First the train from London to Liverpool, then a short trip to the docks where I boarded the ferry to Dublin, then the long train ride through Ireland to Belfast. Not a bad ride, but excruciatingly long. Check-in at the guest house in the town proper, quick supper, quick sleep, quick breakfast, and a hop on the local train here to the Holland and Wolff shipyard. Fortunately, it was punctual. I was worried about being tardy for being 3 hours early. My darling Claire always said to me, "Robin, you better get out of the house right now and go be useful for someone." She always did lovingly encourage me to show up for work early and give my best effort. Titanic is likely no different from the Olympic. They're structurally identical. The Olympic underwent these trials months ago, so this should be a simple repeat. I board, observe her during the sea trials, vote aye or nay on her certification, and then I ride her back to Southampton. Come on, Robin, you can't mess this one up, as Claire always told me.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. This is Captain Mikey. And welcome back to another episode of Titanic Honor and Glory Demo 3 in virtual reality. So, many of you are probably wondering, why am I here? Well, because we love the Titanic, that's why. But no, seriously. Why is the reason that I'm right here right now in Demo 3, but doing the VR version? Well, here's the reason. Upon many of searching videos on YouTube of looking for the VR version of Demo 3, there isn't that much. As a matter of fact, there's maybe, 5-6 videos that I know of that are maybe purely based in VR right now on this demo, and like all the rest are just desktop version. So that's one reason. Number two is next week the mega demo is coming out. So obviously, which I'm super excited for that. I'll be definitely playing that. Still don't know if I'm going to go live or just record it. As I said in my previous video, the reason why I haven't gone live yet is because I kind of get nervous. But anyway, the third reason is, yes, I've already made a video on this. So if you want to go check that out, it's the desktop version. So if you want to go check that out, you can check that out right now. But anyway, the reason why I am making this is because Demo 3 was my first ever video. So I made a lot of mistakes, noises in the background that were kind of off-putting to other people. So hopefully this will kind of make up for that. Let's get a good look-see, huh? Yeah, look at that train. Let me just go up and get a closer look at the details. Nice.
Let's look at the positive. The weather broke, and now I've been given the opportunity to board the Titanic Advancable Trials. This gives me a bit of time to really admire the beauty of the ship before I have to scrutinize every last aspect of her functionality.
Man, she looks incredible. Now I'm filming this from my Oculus Quest 2. I've been having so many problems with trying to record this the right way because I was having problems with OBS and trying to get everything corrected, like the microphone quality and the sound quality from the game. But you know, I tried all sorts of different methods and it just wasn't working. And one of the things that I found out while trying to figure out how to set up like the Quest 2 with OBS or whatever is that it's better to cast it than it is to record it from the device. This is where this is the floating, not the floating, this is the dry dock. So Titanic would eventually be put into this dry dock. Eventually. Anyway, but I was having so many problems with the casting and trying to get the audio and to, you know, in the microphone to sound good, which it wasn't. But what I decided to do just recording straight from the Quest 2, even though people recommended don't do long periods of gameplay because then your voice will be out of sync with the game, so we'll see. How nice. So yeah, that's where I currently stand right now. So I'm not using any OBS to record this. Let's get... Oh, right. Gotta go over here. Notice, these shipyards are dangerous and therefore off limits to all non-employees. If you are here, it is with the express permission of Harlan and Wolff Ltd. Or the officers of Titanic Honor and Glory. All environments are still under construction and will be improved for the final project. Neither Harlan and Wolff management, not the officers of Titanic Honor and Glory, are responsible for any injury to non-employees resulting from falling debris, flying rivets, or the misuse of tools on these premises. Alright.
I had better find my way aboard. But I suppose there isn't reason for too much haste. No one else has even arrived yet, it seems. Plenty of time to explore, if I desire.
See, the one thing I noticed about Demo 3, at least the VR version, is because you're doing the teleportation.
I'm quite surprised by the amount of confidence the industry is placing into this ship. She's not even certified yet, and her first ticketed voyage is just a week from now. No room for failure on these trials, I suppose. It's like getting dressed up for a date when you haven't even begun your courtship yet. How do you know if you'll be rejected or not? I learned that one the hard way.
If you go too quickly while teleporting in this game, the voiceover will overlap each other, and it sounds horrible. So I have to go kind of slow. Ah, yes, the shed. MP. That's a little Easter egg for the Olympic. It's a. Let's just say it's a kind of a running joke for the switch theory that Titanic and Olympic were switched. I think I might go more in depth about it in the desktop version. So if that's the case, you can go ahead and check that out. Obviously, we can't go that way.
Belfast Lough is beautiful. With the hills around it and the morning fog, it reminds me of what I always imagined Puget Sound would be like. A man sure can make a living out in Seattle, if he can hold off the plague.
John Milligan and Coy Limited. So right now in my Quest 2, I have it set to 90 Hertz, and got the link cable attached. And technically, I'm playing this game through AirLink. So, got all that stuff going. So hopefully, the video quality and recording quality and the sound is good. It should be. I did a bunch of tests, so it should be okay. I might do, after this demo, I might do Britannic Patroness of the Mediterranean on the Oculus Quest 2 as well. But I probably won't get through
I see
all
they're
of
doing
it.
all they can to extend my travel time. How do I find my way through this mess?
I might not get done with all of it by the time the mega demo comes out, which is okay. So FYI guys, stay tuned. Mega demo comes out next week, December 23rd, 2021, for Guarantee Group members. The rest of the world, it's Christmas Day. Ew. And see, that's one thing you gotta worry about with the teleportation thing is if you're not careful with where you aim, especially on the ship, then it's really bad. But if you're not careful, you'll end up on a whole nother floor in a completely different location. Man, oh man.
They couldn't simply move these signs out of the way. This vessel has triple screws. Yes, I feel the same way right now too, thank you.
Notice, this vessel has triple screws. Keep clear of blades. Notice, any workmen leaving the ship except by the proper gangway will be instantly dismissed. William J. Peary. Notice, third-class passengers are not allowed on this deck. Yeah. It is so cool, man. I never get over this. Even though this demo is like 4 years old, I just never get over this. This is just incredible. Wow. I never get over this. I just never ever get over this. She is a beautiful ship. Another Easter egg. Number 37. I don't know if I ever found all the pictures. I don't think I have. Before I go on the ship, I gotta do this. Danger, beware of trains. Well, yeah, I would hope so. There's trains all over the place. Oh, here's something. Cool. Oh. So cool. So we'll be going on the ships very, very soon. I just have to do the cool thing over here. Gotta travel over here. Yep. There we go. Right over here by this little lighthouse. And boom. So pretty. Man, does that look beautiful. Just absolutely incredible. And this is in VR. Alright. So we're going to head back now. And we're going to go up onto the ship. Yeah, let's get right up there. Oh man, see that? You can see the bridge up there? That is incredible. By the way, I don't know if my Guardian system is coming into view, so if it is, I do apologize. I do have the Guardian system active, just so that I don't bump into my Christmas tree and knock it down, because that would be bad. Ooh. Rope over my head. But see, every once in a while my Guardian system, at least for me, comes into view, like the outer, line of it. So I don't know if it is being recorded. Alright.
Since the aft gangway is blocked, I'll board here through the first class.
Oh yeah. Alright, we ready to board Titanic? I certainly am. Now, obviously, I'm not going as super in-depth as the first one with, certain things, but, yeah. We'll see how long this one goes. Okay. It should go in right now. There we go. Stoop, mind your head. Man, that is just incredible, man. Just looking up, man, and then looking down. Man. That is incredible. Notice any workman leaving the ship except by the proper gangway will be instantly dismissed. W.J. Peary. So for those of you who don't know, before we go on the ship here, W.J. Peary is William Peary. He was he was like the owner of Harland and Wolff. He was also Thomas Andrews' uncle, if you guys can believe that or not. Lord Peary was Thomas Andrews' uncle. Now, for those of you who don't know Thomas Andrews was one of a couple, well, I shouldn't say a couple, like he was one of the key designers of the ship, but also you had Alexander Carlisle, who was like the first architect and designer of the ship, and Andrews took over. But obviously Andrews was one of many in the design of the ship. So, yeah. Alright, let's board the ship. And let's board on the right level at least. Alright, here we are on the ship. I kind of have to move slowly right now for it to load properly.
Most first-class spaces should be accessible at the moment, but I may be able to venture down to third class for a spell through Scotland Road on E-Deck. I believe I'm boarding before anyone else. Robin, right now you're the most handsome man on the Titanic.
There we go. I don't know if it recorded, but kind of like when I turn a little too fast and when I board the ship, it kind of, the screen kind of freezes and you see like the hourglass spinning or whatever. So yeah, that's why I have to be careful and just kind of move slow at first. Well, I have to move kind of slow anyway, just so that I don't end up on another floor. And you'll see what I mean by that real soon. There's another Easter egg. Ooh, number 1. Now, obviously, for those of you who have watched Demo 3 many of times and followed Titanic Honor and Glory many a times, you'll know about this. Ah! Ah! Yep, it sparks at you. Okay, watch this. Get right up and close to it. Man. Like every time I come up to these doors and I just want to grab the door handles. Like push the door handles down and walk through while opening the door. I just want to do that. Like, that's the awesome thing about VR though, because they have haptic gloves that have like a mechanical thing on, like, you know, like on the other side of your hand or whatever. And when you go to grab something, like these strings and pulleys and mechanical things and servos, like if you go to close your hand around an apple, the glove will register the dimensions of the apple in the game, and they will stop moving once your digital fingers touch the surface of the apple, like in a closed position. So it feels like you're really holding an apple or an orange, or, you know, hopefully like opening a door, like a door handle to open a door. Hopefully it's, you know, awesome. And that, you know, you could feel like you're putting your hands around a doorknob and turning it. So I believe in demo, the mega demo, this will be available to go through. I think I'd have to relook at the map. Not exactly sure 100%. Man, it just looks so great in VR. Like, you guys have no idea. I strongly urge the general public, if you do not have a virtual reality, go and get one. If you can't afford a super expensive headset, definitely get the Quest 2. Like, that's my recommendation. If for beginners, get the Quest 2. D-deck elevators. Like, just amazing seeing this stuff in virtual reality. Something you couldn't normally see in normal life. And if you think this looks pretty realistic now, this game will be ported into UE5, so that's Unreal Engine 5. Which I wouldn't doubt if they've already started doing it. I know they were doing some test runs, like with photos, like probably like 6 months ago or whatever. Yeah, I kind of have to keep an eye on the arrow, so this way I'm not teleported to another floor, because that would be really bad. See, you can look at the designs, and it's just, the woodwork is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at the carvings up there. It's beautiful. Now, see? If I were to let go, I'd be on another floor. See? It's very, 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 very tricky. So I have to be very careful as to where I go. I just want to push the button. Alright. See, look at that. I could even go upstairs, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do it. I have to be careful. Ladies! Nice. Actually not. No, I'm not even gonna bother. Actually, I think it's Patroness of the Mediterranean. You can only do that. Sorry guys, I'm kind of talking to myself here. Talking about those, you know, the info boxes. I was trying to remember which game I could turn them off and on, whether it was the demo or Britannic Patroness of the Mediterranean. Alright. I'm sure they've added more detail, but even still, this is beautiful. Yes, the staircase. Don't worry, guys. I'll get to that. I love the staircase. Staircase is beautiful. It's like one of my most favorite parts of the ship. That's incredible. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at the detail. I'm literally kneeling on the floor right now to show you guys this. This is incredible. A steward call button right over there. Obviously, you guys recognize the grand piano. Absolutely beautiful. Right there's the musician of the game. I don't know if he still is involved with the project. I hope so, because he's the one who created the Demo 3 music, and it's beautiful. Oh, and Demo 2 music and Demo 1 music. So I hope the Mega Demo will actually have music. Ooh. Ooh, something. That was weird. All the Lino-Lite light bulbs. So these would turn on at night, and so these windows would light up. Now you could find these all over First Class. These Lino-Lite bulbs were all over First Class. So in reality, these windows pretty much had infinite light going through them. Just look at the details. Like, I could spend just hours and hours and hours in here just looking at every piece of furniture, every little tiny thing here. Sandwiches and whiskey. Crumpled up paper and clipboards. Empty bottles of whiskey. You can look into the First Class dining room from this side. Ooh. Another Easter egg right there. Oh, it's of a bear. Buckets of white paint. Clipboards. Yeah, that's freaking awesome, guys. Okay. Well, I might as well do it now and just Google eye the Grand Staircase, at least the D deck, since I'm passing it right now. Let me just get in the right position. Absolutely beautiful. Just incredible. See, this is a close-up of the balustrades. The wrought iron fencing. Actually, I think these are balustrades and not this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm just not talking out of my ass over here. Look right down and then look up. I love the design. It's nice and curved. Oh, stupendous. So this is an area that I have to kind of be careful, or else I'll end up on another floor. Okay. See, I can't even get right next to it because it'll have me go on to another floor. See? Okay. But I can do this. Ha ha ha. There's ways around it. You just have to be careful, but mistakes do happen. Wow. Just absolutely incredibly beautiful. Like, I feel like I'm actually here. I love the candelabra. Just incredible. Yeah, look at that. Nice and beautiful. This tapestry painting. And then right here, in this chair, right there is an Adventure Out of Time Easter egg. Yeah. Alright. Let's kind of get around here. Trust me, guys, this is gonna be a long one. So fasten your seatbelts, guys.
I especially commend them for modifying the bulkhead. I never cared much for what was on the Olympic.
That's supposed to be an image of Bill Sauter. At least that's what I've heard from the team in the past. Obviously, from what I heard, he doesn't really like his picture taken that much, so yeah. Probably won't be seeing him unless it's in the final game or something like that. But okay, anyway, back to the reference of what Dear Robin here was just saying about these glass windows. So, for the longest time, it was believed that it was just a series of like 5 smaller windows. But while making this game, they made the astonishing discovery by looking at the only known photo of this room, of the first class dining room. And all you, like, I don't know how they came up with it, but I guess something with this wall just did not match up correctly. And that's how they discovered it. Like, it looked differently than what they saw in photos of the Olympic. And that's how they came to that discovery. Even our beloved Ken Marshall, our beloved historian from like the last 30 years, hasn't even caught this one until THG. Alright. So right now we're in the dining room. Just absolutely incredible. This dining room is just beautiful. You got hot plates right there, or warmer plates, to keep your food nice and warm. Let's look at the tile, right? Oh, that's incredible. That is incredible. Now, I did a showcase video a long time ago. Well, I shouldn't say long time ago. Early on in my YouTube catalog. So I called it an environmental showcase of THG. And it was pretty much everything, current from the start of the project till 2020. Yeah, I know, 2020. the year the world ended or whatever, whatever. We moved on. But, so I featured in that video, not only footage of, THG, like stuff they only released in their videos, not stuff that was, released to the public as far as gameplay. So I used a lot of that, including the 2020 version of THG's Sinking, like the final 14 minutes or whatever. And then my own footage of this demo 3, but not in virtual reality, and obviously regular, desktop. Now, obviously, those wooden panels, like where the buffet and where that piano is, obviously those are fully finished by now. When this demo came out, it wasn't finished, so there's a lot more detail now, and we'll be able to see it in the mega demo up close. It's funny talking about the mega demo because number 12, because the irony of the fact that in 2019 I went to the Titanic convention in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and obviously THG, members of the THG were there, so I got to meet...
I see many of the tables are already set. There will be a fine banquet here for company and partner representatives, myself included, along with the one and only paying passenger joining us on our way to Southampton this evening.
Okay. Quick note, I think these pillar statues are of Greek gods and goddesses. I'm sure in the mega demo we'll see them in greater detail. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I got to meet the members of the THG team. My understanding currently, she is no longer with the project. She's doing her own thing now. I got to meet the members of the THG team. Tom, I think, was the only member I did not meet at that time. But I got to meet Matt, Kyle, and Zeno. I got to meet him. And I think a couple of the other, guys that were kind of maybe helping here and there with the project. Zeno is he's the guy who's making all the models you see on their website store. So go check him out. Buy some of THG's stuff. Mind you, if you are going to buy a hand-painted model, do expect it to take at least 2 years to get the package, because they are getting a lot of orders and they are doing it handcrafted painting by hand. And it's just Zeno doing it. So give the guy a break. Just put it in, wait your 2 years to get it, and voila, you got an awesome model. So going back to my original point as to what I was saying about the mega demo, is that I actually had the chance to play the mega demo back in 2019 at this convention. And at first I'm screaming in my head, yes, 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 I want to play it. Yes, I really, really want to play it. But then a thought occurred to me, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is Kyle's computer. This is the holy grail of, one of the holy grails, should I say, of THG. If I mess something up, that would be really bad. Now, I'm probably sure you're thinking, okay, well, why would I mess something up? Well, I mean, it would just be my luck, because all it takes is to accidentally press the wrong button and woof, a file is deleted, or at least an important file is like just goes gone. And yeah, I don't want to be that guy that is known for destroying THG with one click. That would be really, really bad. But I did kind of end up kicking myself in the ass about it, afterwards. Like after, the conference, I did kind of kick myself in the butt for it. But, strangely, a few days before the live stream, this previous live stream, where they announced the mega demo, I kept saying to myself, maybe I should say something in the chats or something, and maybe just kind of put it out there. I know they said they never would do it, but maybe try to come up with some good reason as to why. But to my surprise, and to all of our surprises, they said we're going to release the mega demo, since they couldn't get the alpha out on time. So yeah, that's the irony of the situation. Very cool. Alright. So now we are going to go to another section of the ship. Instead of going up, though, I'm going to go down. Very, very nice. Go right there on the half landing. That's a beautiful, beautiful chandelier. Nice painting. I like it a lot. Wow. Man, look at this pineapple. It is so beautiful. Look at that. Just these carvings are just absolutely incredible. So right now we are on the E-deck landing of the Grand Staircase. The clock will be set backward at midnight 49 minutes. E-deck. Service button. And if you listen closely, it ticks. And it moves slightly. But it does move. Because you start out, once you board the ship, you start out, I believe, at 8:30 a.m. Just incredible. NIS key locker. I gotta do the thing. Oh, yes. Oh my god. That is incredible. You know, it's so funny because, like, a lot of portions of Titanic, oh my god, man. Like, you just seem more, you know, like you're in a hotel or something like that. Like, there's a lot of portions that look like you're just in a hotel. Not really on a ship, but you really are on a ship. Okay, I'm going to go down these corridors real quick. E28. Another one. Ooh, number 13. First class entrance. So this way would be more first class cabins. Watertight door deck plate. So right in this box will be a crank, and you take the crank, two members, they grip it and twist it, and what it would do is a watertight door right below this deck would close via the crank. And believe it or not, Molly Brown, whose cabin is right there at the end of the corridor on the left, opened her door, stuck her head out, and saw two crew members with the deck plate closing it, cranking it. And that's one of the reasons as to how we know that her cabin was down there. So here we are at the E-deck elevators. This is as low as the elevators go on Titanic. You can see outside. And this here is Molly Brown's stateroom, E23. Now, as you can see, we're still in first class. But if you look up, you can see the rivets, the steel, and it's just bare. It's not luxurious over here. Well, why is that? Well, believe it or not, most of Titanic was not this super luxurious, feel to it. A lot of it, like this, was bare steel beams, wires, pipes, It wasn't like, super, super expensive everywhere on the ship. It wasn't, unfortunately, it was not like that. And this flooring, it's just linoleum tile. That's all it is. Linoleum tile. This way would be alternate first and second class cabins. All right. So a distributor panel, emergency door, swimming in Turkish baths down there. So I'm gonna head down the stairs here, and then we're gonna check out these spaces. I always love doing that. F deck. Yeah, this is the lowest that the Grand Staircase will go. It does not go any lower than this. That is really, really cool. I like that spiral thing in there. Crew only. So right through here is the pool and watertight bulkhead, which was closed when the ship hit the iceberg, or shortly after, should I say. Box of tools, another bottle of whiskey, and another postcard. Storage locker. Bath attendants, assistants, second stewards.
I'd hate to be quartered back here in such a cramped cubby, the walls bearing down on you like all the troubles, hopes, and deepest desires you dare not dwell upon.
Bagmaster and SRC professor. Okay. Yeah, this quarter is extremely cramped. Second steward, bath attendants. Yeah. I would not want to go down this hallway. So this is the Turkish bath cooling room here. Let me read this real quick. The Turkish bath hours are as follows. Available for ladies from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Available for gentlemen from 2 to 7 p.m. Tickets being obtainable at the inquiry office. That's up on C deck. The swimming bath will be open for gentlemen from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and for ladies from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and for ladies and gentlemen respectively during the day at the same hours as the Turkish bath, free of charge. Nice. So, here we are going into the Turkish bath, ladies and gentlemen. And then voila, there it is. Man, this room is just so beautiful. The nice, elegant half dome over the door, that's pretty cool. In 2005, James Cameron actually ventured down into here, and he found this room, and when they entered, him and all the historians were extremely baffled and astonished and speechless about this room, because it was like nearly completely preserved. Like, all the wall tiles.
A nice Arabian motif with cooling colors as passengers relax after their time in the baths. But what a poor state these workers left it in.
Yeah. All these wall tiles and the wood was all still there. Now, that was back in 2005, so that was like 16 years ago. I don't think this room has been ventured in since then. And, like, they just couldn't believe it. They even thought they saw, like, I don't know, I think it was like over here or something like that, that they thought they saw floor tile. Like the actual floor tile, like a little bit at the baseboards. So it's very possible. I mean, I couldn't really see it, but it's possible. Got another team member there with a cookie and a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, just admire this. This is just so beautiful. So crazy. So these are the changing stalls. In these would be little stools for you to kind of sit on and change. You got a little coat hook right here. Well, they're kind of throughout the whole thing. But in 2005, they looked into these changing stalls, and you could see the stools were upside down. Like all three of them were upside down, and the legs were pointing up. So you got another postcard here, number 2. Please contribute to us at www.titanichg.com. Now, this is a reference to Adventure Out of Time, so it's kind of like another Easter egg. In Adventure Out of Time, which I'm sure most of you have probably played it and know exactly what I'm talking about. For those who don't, there's a portion where you have to come into this room, and then you have to turn on that water faucet over there, which I'll show you in like a minute. And you go over here, you click on the mirror, and the mirror fogs up, and in it is like this, just scribbled words in the mirror. And it's like one of the crucial things you need to find this so-called priceless, precious book called The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, and to keep it from getting into the wrong hands. So yeah, I'm gonna do what Park Stevenson did here. Park Stevenson, he's a historian, for those of you who don't know, and I guess this was one of his favorite rooms. And when he put on the headset, there's like a picture or video of him just sitting on the floor with the headset on, and he's just going like this, just being like, oh my god, so incredible. Let's go and look at this closer look. I mean, look at the detail of this table. It's amazing. And then looking at that, it's just amazing. And look at these chairs, man. Or not chairs, these like loungers. So right here you have a weighing machine. So you can kind of sit on there and it weighs you before you start sweating, and then after you're done sweating, see if you've lost any weight. And then right here you have just a nice little storage locker just to keep your personal effects, which is pretty cool. And it looks like each one took like a little key or something to lock and unlock. Man, look at this. Look at this. Here's this like little faucet thing with this line head spout. Look at the water. The way it just kind of ripples. That is so cool. And this basin is really cool too. And look at the wood detailing here. This is, I believe, teak wood. So this was like the tougher woods that could handle this type of environment. Look at the clock, it's cool. I don't see any mercury in that thermometer. But yeah, this room is kind of like, I guess, kind of like a sauna in a way. So that's why these woods are heavier. So that's why they've survived today on the wreck, because of how thick the wood is and how durable it is. So you'll notice this wall right here in these like false portholes here. Well, believe it or not, on the Olympic Titanic sister ship, this room was actually over there against the hull. So where those windows are, as they would have shown through those on the Olympic. But on Titanic, it was a completely different arrangement. So this is just these are just false portholes. These are just to kind of mimic what the Olympics looked like. Getting a little bit of a closer look at it here. This nice wooden screen mesh. The detailing around. Get closer to this pole. Even like this little pole, man. Like, I love the carving. That is so cool. Alright.
Who on earth is that lucky dog testing out the electric bath? And I believe I see a sliver of the plunge bath as well.
So yes, desktop version you cannot go through this, but VR version you can. So what you're seeing right now is, well, what was supposed to be Bruce Ismay. That's, of course, back when they were actually making, you know, the characters, which they aren't anymore, unfortunately. At least as of right now. It's low on the priority list. So yeah, there's the plunge bath, aka the swimming pool. Now, Olympic and Titanic's swimming pool was not as nice as Britannic's swimming pool. So, yeah. Alright. We're going to go back up now. And we are going to go down Scotland Road. Oh man. Steward's lavvy, so their bathroom.
This is glorious. You can near well see half the length of the ship in this corridor.
That is true. Second class stewards, 1. So you'll notice these like grates here, these wooden grates with square holes. And as to the deck here, all the teak decking. So, for those of you that don't know, this is actually considered an actual deck, like the outside. I'm assuming because maybe this is one of the biggest pathways for like not only third class, but like all the staff on board the ship, you know, all the crew and everybody. So this obviously got really, really, really dirty, especially coming up from the boiler rooms. So obviously they sprayed this down with probably soap and water or whatever, and all of it, all that gunk and crap would go down into these drains. Now, I believe this plate right here is access panels to, I think, the boiler rooms. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I've heard testimony from Frederick Barrett and I think Jonathan Shepard, that they would lift these up and go down into the boiler rooms through that way. I don't know. Look at that. That is so cool. Cream only. So yeah, you got ventilation shafts here for heating, and of course there was no AC, so heating, airflow, pipes. Don't worry, I'll go over there in a minute. We got fire hoses. You know, these are actually all around the ship. So right here we got another watertight door deck plate right here with the crank. These are placed throughout the ship too.
This open space looks like a fine spot for gathering and mingling between all parts of Europe as they make their journey across the pond to the New World. Perhaps a place on the West Coast, like Seattle.
Yeah, you and your Seattle. So, if you listen very closely, so take a listen. That noise that you're hearing, that's from the squash court. And it's coming through that grate, because the squash court is actually, I believe, one deck below us on F deck. Yeah, it is. It's one deck below us. So this little air shaft here is hear the noise of people playing squash court in there. There's another postcard. And over there, kind of what Robin was saying there, this was kind of these like spaces were more or less like hangout spots for crew in third class. Over there is the cargo hatch, so we're right underneath the forward well deck, where I'm gonna guess that's the number 3 hatch. They would use those like covered platforms over the hatches as dance floors. So if you've ever watched James Cameron's Titanic, which I'm sure pretty much everybody has, the scenes where Jack, Rose, and the third class passengers are all dancing on those like wooden platform, that's a cargo hatch cover that they're dancing on, so it kind of doubles as a dance floor. So, neat little fact about that.
Oh dear, the door is open. Perhaps I'm not supposed to look in here, but I can't pass up this opportunity for a little adventure. Oh, if Claire were here now to see me being so daring.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna go up. Ooh. Spammels! Gotta love the spammels. At the time this picture was put in here, he was a consultant on this project. I'm not sure if he is anymore. I don't think he is. Heck, I don't even see him really talking about Titanic or anything like that anymore, so. But anyway, go check out his channel. He's got some great videos. He does like a lot of the Sea of Thieves and horror stuff and funny stuff.
How by Edward did I get myself here? Climbing too high, I think. No, Robin, it's not your time to get your angel wings just yet. No, not just yet.
So right now we are just underneath the forward funnel. That's the first funnel right there. Little story about that grate right above my head is, which I'm sure most of you know, is that is one of the grates that Second Officer Charles Lightoller was pulled up against during the sinking as water overcame, like over the bridge and over these vents. Water began pouring down a monsoon through these grates downwards, and it sucked him up against these grates, and then something from below created like some big hot air pocket, and it blew upwards, and it blew him right off the grate. Now, supposedly he said that he got sucked back down a second time and almost died, and then another thing of hot air blew up and forced him to go to the surface. But then, being kind of an idiot and dummy, not realizing it at first, but he ended up swimming towards the crow's nest, and he thought he'd be safe there. But the problem with that is the crow's nest is attached to the mainmast is attached to the ship. And the ship is sinking, so yeah. Ooh, scary. Yeah, that's right there. That's like Matt's double, as he said. He calls him his dude. So that's the kind of like the little dummy that he uses for like spatial dimensions of a room. Okay, so we're back here. So now we're gonna go down.
It's quite hot here. Where are the workers, though? Well, I suppose they're likely firing up the other boiler rooms.
I always feel like I'm gonna hit my head. So you got a postcard right there. And then over here, you have another Adventure Out of Time Easter egg. So that package there, for those of you who don't know, that is Vlad's package. That's right. Vlad is a villain in the Adventure Out of Time game. And you actually have to retrieve that package. Let's go take a look. Man, look at that. Just this, the ribbing of the ship is so cool. Oh, no. There we go.
These machines are massive. 29 on board, propelling the ship through the water like an untamed beast. I anxiously await their performance during the sea trials shortly. Finally free and not held back from anything. No Mr. Tundry in sight. Just freedom.
Yeah, this never gets old. So over there is the fireman's tunnel, I believe. Because I believe this is boiler room 6, I believe. And then over here you have the other Adventure Out of Time Easter egg, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. And this is the priceless book that Vlad and others were after. And of course our mission was to take it and keep it from going into the wrong hands. But if you don't do some certain things first, if you take that before doing another mission first, he will come back and he will shoot you. So, yeah. Alright, let's continue up. Just a quick note before I fully leave. I didn't say anything about really the coal bunkers and the coal fire because I've already kind of explained that in another video. And I think at least 1 or 2 other videos. So yeah, no need to explain that now. So alright. We're gonna go aft and we're gonna go check out some third-class spaces.
A stark contrast from the first-class accommodations, I should say, but still a major improvement from the other liners I've inspected. In all honesty, I envy these people in the lower class. The world is open to them. They move to America and build their future how they choose. They could be loggers, for example. But Father wanted me to be a surveyor like he and his father. No logging for you, Robin. Now wash your ears.
Okay. That's like a weird thing to say. Superior Steward's Lavy. Another bucket of paint. So I believe down there, I can't read it, but if I remember correctly, that's where the musicians stayed. Like, that's where their bunks were. And there's a stairway going to F deck. You can look outside. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ooh, the chef, smoke room keeper. Chef, baker, and assistant chef. Storekeepers.
On down to the food stores, crew compartments, and stern of the ship. No need to go this way.
we'll be able to explore further down that way in the mega demo. But I've gone down that way plenty of times on my Roblox videos. And down that way is actually one of the second class stairwells. Actually, I think both of them. I'm not sure. But I have ventured down there before in other Roblox Titanic Britannic games. Alright, so now we're going to venture down into third class. So here we are in the third class dining room. And a nice big photo of, well, it says Titanic, but because of these open promenade windows, only Olympic had them. So this is the third class dining room. White Star Line, Olympic 45,000 tons, Titanic 45,000 tons, the largest steamers in the world. Technically Titanic was bigger, heavier should I say. Yeah. White Star Line, Olympic, and Titanic third class accommodations. The largest steamers in the world. There you got like little menus, apples, those pears or biscuits. Nice. So as you can kind of see on the wall, each row of tables has a number. I don't know why. But, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So over here, Magantic. What? Meganintic? Wait. Is this a real ship? Magantic? Maybe it is and I just don't remember. Interesting.
Well, Robin, now you're the second most handsome man on the Titanic.
I give you James Pink, everybody. Not only is he the voice of Robin, but as of right now, he is the director of THG. He is the boss of the project now. That's for those of you who don't know. Alright. So we're going to continue on. See, we got watertight doors here. Little things there. A lot of the same posters. USMSS New York, leaving Southampton docks. Cool. The American line. Penland. Interesting name. I know, I'm just kind of going through tables here. SS Devonian. Leyland line. Ah. That's same one from the Californian. Same line as the Californian. Oh. Postcard number 17. Atlantic Transport Line, London to New York. Minnesota. Wow. All right. White Star Line. Okay, obviously I've already seen that. So yeah. Oh, what do we got here? The New Amsterdam. 31,000 tons. Rotterdam. The Holland America line. That's cool. Alright. Next, we go over here. And of course, it's just a lot of the same, you know. Alright, there he is. Kyle Hudak, everybody. He is the exterior modeler of this game. Of course, he does a lot of other stuff now, too. Another postcard. So yeah, just a lot of the general stuff, you know, over here. So okay, we're gonna go back up. Okay, so now we're gonna go up to the next deck, which is C deck. Very, very nice painting. With a nice chandelier. Can look down at D deck at the candelabra. Very beautiful. C44, C48. So that way we can head aft. Same on the port side there. C38 to C42. Nice little heater. I don't know, is that made out of brass? I'm not sure. C-deck elevators. So this is just, you know, looking forward. So just kind of like a sneak peek. This like little hallway was like a little corridor for stewards. So this way they could just kind of, because there's a couple of rooms over there, and you know, stewards or maids would go over there and they'd get like stuff. So they were kind of like out of sight, out of mind. So this way the passengers
The
didn't
lifts
see
are
them.
out of order. That's fine. Real men don't take lifts. Lifts are for women, Claire says. Robin, take the long way up.
Yeah, okay. There's no shame in taking the elevator, people. Let's take a look at the clock. Close up on the details. It's so nice. Notices. Please consider a contribution if you enjoy this early demo of Titanic Honor and Glory. TitanicHG.com. Contribute. Well, their contributes page is long gone now. And the only way to really that they earn money now is through their YouTube videos or their Patreon. And for those who've paid in the past. That is really cool. Right up close. Look at That is just incredible. Same thing over there. Just incredible. All right. And here we go. Ah! Ah! I'm just kidding. I knew he was there. So that is the purser from Adventure Out of Time. So he kind of makes a quick appearance. I remember in YouTube videos of the past when this demo was new and people first explored it, like they literally came up to it and when his head popped up, people would freak. I always thought that was so funny. You got another postcard here. Yeah, let's look at that. That's just amazing.
Soon this area will be bustling with passengers anxiously sending telegrams and complaining about the most trivial of matters. I consider it a blessing that I will not be around to witness that.
Oh, yeah. Yep, put your letters there. Look at this. Look at that. You know what? I'm going through. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is nice. Yeah, I recognize some of these names. And right here is Park Stevenson, everybody. He's a historical advisor on this project. At least I think he is still. I'm not exactly sure anymore. But he's the one who came up with the coal fire theory, with how the coal fire actually ended up saving people during the sinking. He's also the historian that I told you about in the Turkish bath who sat down on the floor and just admired the room for like 10 minutes. Take one quick look. A little bit. Get a little bit there. Wow. Amazing. Just purely amazing. Alright. So we're going to go down the corridors of C Deck. I like how they include that little map there. That is so cool. So, up in the ceiling, you'll notice how elegant it is. Okay? Well, believe it or not, above these panels here is nothing but pipes. So, the pipes, the shape of the pipes. And, of course, there's wires and whatnot. And, I believe, like, these, like, gold gilt pieces right here, Matt actually has one of these pieces, but I think it's from the Olympic, because the Olympic had the same exact thing, same design corridors. Stateroom C55 to C121 odd. I like those little access hatch panels. No idea what that's supposed to be. You know, like little air vents there for heating and whatnot. Get like a glimpse into the room a little bit. Not a lot. So. Get another glimpse into this room. C103. K&M. Going down this corridor a little bit. Bathroom number 10. So just as an FYI, bathroom in 1912 was not what we consider a bathroom today. A bathroom in 1912, it only had a room. It was only a room that had a bathtub in it. It wasn't like a sink, a toilet, and a bathtub. Not like how we call it today. Kind of get a little peek in a little bit. Same thing in here. You just kind of get a little peek. All right, gentlemen. So here we have a linen closet, another postcard, and it's of a trolley. I'm not going to go down that way. There's no other doors that are open over there. So we got a pantry right there. Okay, so right now I'm standing in front of cabin C73. Now, obviously this was a real cabin, but in the video game Titanic Adventure Out of Time, this was your cabin in that game. If, with all these Adventure Out of Time Easter eggs I keep telling you guys about, if you wish to go check out my Adventure Out of Time videos, you guys can go ahead and check those out too. So on with the tour. What does that say? Oh, I can't read it. I can't read it. Yeah. C83. C85. So here we are in the bottom of the Aft Grand Staircase. That's right, I said aft, meaning there's a secondary one further back. The big one is way down there. So cool. Maids and Valet Salon. That's through this door right here. And we have a locker. And oh man, that is beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. And when I look down, there, everybody, is interior modeler Matthew DeWinkler. Another awesome guy. I'll go over there in a little bit. I'm going to be going around. Wow. Just beautiful. Numbers C87 to C93 and C123 to C127 odd. Won't let me through there. Okay. So this door in front of me led out onto second class C deck outside. And there's the door for surgery, but behind this door you'd actually have to go down a set of stairs to the hospital. And there's the sign right there that says surgery. Doctor. Crew only. Another linen closet. Let's see. If I can get closer to that. Ship surgeon. The writing is so tiny I could barely read it. So this type of tile was actually all throughout, like, third class passengers and crew areas. Restaurant manager. Now we're on the port side of the ship. And we're gonna go down it. Can't go over there. All right. C-142. Another postcard. Now, I'm sure you might have noticed I've been getting some frame drops in this. It was starting to get kind of sluggish. It isn't smooth anymore when turning, it's kind of jittery. You got a heater, a nice wardrobe, sink and a mirror, nice bed and chair, and yeah. Alright.
I wonder if the barber will be on board for the run to Southampton. Lord knows I should fancy a shave after my journey here. Speaking of barbers, I'm quite glad old Harry is there to look after Claire while I'm away. They always were fond of each other, and when my son was born, Harry was particularly fond of him, never missing a birthday. See, this is the kind of friend a man really needs. His presence seems to even alleviate her hysteria condition.
Well, just like I said in the first, when I was doing the desktop version, your wife is cheating on you, Robin. I can't believe you didn't figure that one out. Because your son is not your son. That's Harry's son. It makes sense. The barber hours are between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. For the general convenience of the greater number, passengers are requested not to apply for haircutting or shampooing except between the hours of noon and 5 p.m. Alright. Yeah. Let's get nice up close. I know I did the same thing on the other side. You just gotta get in close. Just look at that. Just absolutely stunning. So, okay. Short story here about room C80. There was a guy named Quig Baxter who was traveling with his mother and sister. And apparently, Quig Baxter brought along a mistress, his girlfriend. Unfortunately, his mom and sister did not know anything about her. They didn't even know that Quig Baxter even had a girl. So he had brought her on the Titanic in secret. Now, obviously, once, the mom and sister found out, that was quite a shock. But I think it was like after the sinking, because I think Quig Baxter must have done or said something when he got them in the lifeboat, and they ended up finding out, and Quig Baxter died, and the mom and his sister and his girlfriend continue to live. The girlfriend, I believe, lived with the mom and sister after the sinking for about a month or two, and then just continued on with her life. Alright, so we're gonna go back down C deck. No need to go down any side corridors. Alright, so here we are back on the forward grand staircase. So now we're going to head up to B deck. This painting was a member of the team like, I don't know, a few 3 or 4 years back. He was going to make another painting, a better one, but an older version of himself, because that's what he looks like, I guess. But I don't know if he's on the team anymore. I really don't know. I hope so, because these paintings are beautiful. So I hope he is. So, okay. We are now on B deck. B deck elevators. So that's going down B deck to forward part of B deck. And over here we got...
The lifts are out of order. That's fine. Real men don't take lifts. Lifts are for women, Claire says. Robin, take the long way up.
Let's see here. See if I can't get in there. Yeah. Yay! I'm in the elevator. Ha 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 ha. It's a nice elevator, that's for certain. Ooh. Oh. Another postcard. Yeah, I'm getting some graphic glitching here. Something I haven't seen before. I don't know if this is just maybe too powerful for the Quest 2. I have the link cable attached right now, so I don't know. So these are the B deck entry doors, the first class entry doors. Let's take a good look, right? Shall we? Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. See, each landing was a little different from the others.
Soon this area will be bustling with passengers anxiously sending telegrams and complaining about the most trivial of matters. I consider it a blessing that I will not be around to witness that.
Nice. Oh, yeah. See, there's a little sneak peek into, I think that one may have been Bruce Ismay's parlor suite. He had his own private promenade deck. I believe that series of cabins was like literally the most expensive cabins on the ship. And I think one way was like over $4,000. That's quite a bit of money. I mean, even in today's standards, like 4,000. That's a lot, but obviously it's a lot more if you were to value the money, because in today's money it'd probably be like $100,000. All right. Ooh. All right. Another nice little painting. A mountain, I think.
I shouldn't venture too far on deck. The Board of Trade members may board soon, and I'm expected to meet them.
Yeah, this is as high as I can go. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. Just incredible. This is the forward grand staircase. This was the centerpiece of the ship. Oh man. Just gorgeous. You can see out into the A-deck promenade. Over there is where the reading and writing room and the first class lounge is. You can look down. Yeah, I'm like in midair here. Wow. So freaking beautiful. And if you look and notice, Honor and Glory clock is not there. You kind of have to look in between the railings there, but it is not there, at least in this demo. Now, I do know that obviously, yay, I'm in midair, woo! Now, obviously, the Honor and Glory clock has been made prior to the release of this demo. I think they just took it out so that people wouldn't try to get that glimpse of it like how I did just now. But it will certainly be in the mega demo. Okay.
Cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins.
Yes, cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins. It never ends. There's so many cabins. It never ends. So, we will not be going down the other hallway because it's an exact copy of the one we're going down. And, there are no open doors in this hallway to look into rooms. We've already pretty much seen all that. So there will be no need for it. Okay. But I do want to show you over here. Just this little corner hidden area that most people have just passed up because they just didn't notice it. Numbers B51 to B97 and B99 to B101 odd. Alright, so here we are on the B deck landing of the Grand Staircase. Aft Grand Staircase, should I say. I should probably take a look at this painting because I don't think I really gave a good look at it earlier. Is that supposed to be naked people playing in the water? Two are just chilling by a tree. Okay, so the next things we're going to look at is over here. So this is the B-deck reception room. The Aft Grand Staircase reception room. There's what was his name? Nico. I think he's the French guy. We've heard his voice before. And he is still part of the team. So I'm happy to say that. Now obviously we have a lot of other people involved on the team that are not pictured in this demo.
Love the wood detailing here. It's absolutely perplexing. Now that's a craft I can really respect. Lovely wood. I've always been fond of wood. When younger, I used to cut wood for the poor folks 2 streets over. My neighbors started calling me Robin Wood. They always laughed, but I don't know why. I wore that title proudly.
Okay, I still never got my question answered about that. When he says Robin Wood, is that a Batman reference to Robin Hood? I asked that years ago, and I still haven't received an answer. So this is the Aft Grand Staircase Cherub, which is just as beautiful as the forward staircase Cherub. Oh man, absolutely beautiful. Now obviously, since we just came from the forward staircase, you can clearly see that the Aft Grand Staircase dome, it is smaller than the forward staircase dome. Oh man, so beautiful. Another Easter egg. So yeah, there's just down the hallway again. All right. Ooh. Got plants in my face. I love these chairs. There's an exact copy of this in the a la carte restaurant, but for some reason it looks nicer in there than it does out here. Okay, let's go over here, and this is where the band would have played, right over here, as you can see, with the 3 stools and the bandstands. Now, the theory of having the band next to the staircase and corridors is so that the music can freely travel throughout first-class spaces. And so, if you're on the forward grand staircase on this deck, and you're going into that hallway there, you'll be able to faintly hear the music from the band all the way down here. And it kind of gives that nice, cool atmosphere to it. the Cafe Parisian, and then the restaurant. So the restaurant is just down over there. So here we are entering into the Cafe Parisian. Now this is definitely an interesting room. Absolutely beautiful. Look at all those dishes. Look, you can even see the leaves, the ivy leaves blowing in the wind. Now these windows could close,
really
but
does
obviously
remind you of Paris, though excepting the smell of overflowing sewage. Wonderful memories are coming back to me of that city.
But you could close these windows if you needed to, and but I think most of the time they try to keep them open unless it got too cold or something. But back to what Robin was saying, the Cafe Parisian was designed. This cafe was designed off of I think like a real cafe in Paris, like a boardwalk cafe. Look at these wicker chairs. How cool is that? And this table. You see, I wonder what is this for? Like these clips, does that centerpiece come out or something and expand the table? I'm not sure, because I see that all the tables have these like clips. And by the way, this is real growing ivy on the Olympic class. It's not fake. I would love to just like have lunch in here. I want this thing in my house. It is so nice. Just doing a quick look for any more Easter eggs in here before I go into the a la carte restaurant. There's another one, number 25. And surprisingly, there is no Adventure Out of Time Easter eggs in here, although that would have been perfect. I could have sworn they said they were going to at least put it in here, because I know they were. I think they mentioned it, or they said they might do it, but obviously that was like around the release of this demo, so. You can see right into the a la carte restaurant. So this doorway led to the B deck promenade deck outside. All right, we're gonna go forward a little bit. And right here is Mr. Tom Linsky, everybody. Unfortunately, he is no longer with the project, and I was very, very sad to hear that back when he kind of announced it. There were a lot of rumors about him, and obviously don't believe any of it, because he did end up clarifying it to the general public. So, and he did start his own YouTube channel called Part-Time Explorer, and he does post a lot of awesome videos there. I'm a subscriber to his channel, and I love his work. It's beautiful. So I miss you, Tom, from working with THG, but I'm glad you found another passion that works for you. So good job, man. So here we have a nice little coat closet. And then, oh, I never even noticed that before. There's another little poster underneath those tools. English breakfast. April 12th, 1912. Baked apples. Back bacon. Fresh fruit British sausage. Stewed prunes, black pudding, fried shirred, poached and boiled eggs, omelets to order, baked beans, fried tomato, fried mushrooms, fried and toasted bread, tea, coffee, cocoa? I don't know, some of this is really hard to read. Chocolate, American breakfast, baked apples, oatmeal porridge, mine collabs, fresh fruit, stewed prunes, Quaker Oats. That's right. Quaker Oats actually existed in 1912. As a matter of fact, I think there was a rumor that the owner of Quaker Oats was supposed to travel on board the Titanic at one point in time, but then declined or somehow changed his mind. Calves liver and bacon, mutton chops, fried rice, honey, maple syrup, fried, poached and boiled, almost mashed, sauteed. Okay. So this is like another one of my absolute favorite rooms on board the ship. Like this room is so damn beautiful. Let's kind of get up close. Yeah, see, look at the archway. Look at how beautiful that is. All that gilt, gold gilt. It's everywhere. It is so beautiful. So, I believe right here is... I think this is where the cashier was. Probably you just handed them... Because I know you had to pay extra to dine in here. So, I think this is like the little cashier's office. And right here is where... like a steward would stand and be like, "Hello, madam and sir, how may I help you? Would you like a seat at one of our fine dining tables?" Friday, 12th of April, 1912. Ooh, I see Kyle's name. Kyle Hudak. I think I see Matt DeWinkler's name. Ooh, Bill Sauter. Tad Fitch. He's here. Yeah, these are like all the team members, all the consultants and team members, and everybody that's kind of helped consult and make this a reality. That's freaking awesome. See, look at that. Look at this. Look at the wood paneling. This is absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. Like, I love this gilt. The restaurant is under the management of the company, who have appointed Mr. L. Gatti, late of Odino's Imperial Restaurant, London, as manager. Mr. Luigi Gatti. Oh man. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is, guys.
Odd that this room would have its tables already set. Mr. Gotti hasn't even boarded yet. Oh well, top marks for presentation.
That's right. Look at this. Even right here. Look at this. Sorry for the jitteriness. Man. It's just the detail is absolutely amazing. Look at the wood beams. Like all the cool stuff on the ceiling and the pillars. Even the lamp looks beautiful. Oh, magnificent. Everything here just looks magnificent. Look at that. Just stunning. The detail in this room. So yes, this room, to dine in this room, it was not part of your, like, you know, you had to pay extra if you were going to dine in this room. This was not part of your fare. And on the last night, the night of the sinking, I believe it was the Wideners that threw a party in here for Captain Smith on congratulating him on his retirement. Because after this voyage, Captain Smith was going to retire from the White Star Line and spend some time with his family. Just gorgeous. A hotel in Seattle. Yeah, just... This really is a beautiful room, guys. Like, even these pillars, man. Just incredible. It's like mirrors. Oh yeah, nice close-up of this panel right here. Look at how the light bounces off the wood and the brass and gold. Look at the detail. It's like a snake. Yeah, these are like snakes. Absolutely incredibly beautiful. See, here's the clock that is also in the Aft Grand Staircase. Like, it actually looks so much more elegant in here than it does out there. Now, I don't know what these things are, these three things are up here. I don't know, are they supposed to ding or ring or whenever the, you know, on the hour or something like that? I don't know. Maybe they're just there for aesthetic reasons. So, before I conclude the a la carte restaurant here, this room was also on the Olympic, and this room, like all the paneling and all the stuff, fixtures and stuff, was sold over the years. And eventually it was sold to Celebrity Cruises. They bought it. And they put it on the Celebrity Millennium. But like I said, for whatever reason, they took it out probably about 6 years ago. And my best guess is it's probably in the hands of a collector. Because I seriously doubt someone would just throw it away. Not something like this. I know everybody in the Titanic community would be so mad if someone did that. So now that I have some good light here, let's get a close-up look of these chairs. Look at that. Even the backs are detailed. Look at that. Like that's crazy. All right. All right, everybody. Right here is our beloved Ken Marshall, famous artist and historian who pretty much most Titanic fanatics grew up watching him in documentaries from like all throughout the 90s and even into the 2000s, and even up until now he's been featured in documentaries. There's another postcard. Behind these glass doors is the pantry, and then behind that is the galley. Obviously we can't go in there. Man, just this stuff just kills me, man. Alright, we're gonna exit out of the a la carte restaurant. And we're coming to the end of Demo 3 here. So I'm going to be calling it quits real soon. So this is the Aft Grand Staircase version of Honor and Glory. Obviously the more detailed one would be at the forward one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, holy crap. Like, guys, man. Like, oh my god. Like, it's like you're speechless looking at this. It's incredible. Okay, so we're up on A deck. Here we are at A37. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. On both the forward staircase and on the aft grand staircase, the boat deck and A deck landings, the chandeliers are real crystal. But on the decks below that, they are not. Just a little tidbit there. So we got a privacy glass right here. Bathroom in there. Come on. There we go. So we have just entered Father Brown's cabin, which it's got 3 beds. So you got a bed here, bunk there. Oh Nice little wastebasket with another postcard over there. I just want to lay down in these beds. Got a nice little wardrobe again with a bottle of whiskey. A little rack for like your papers or clothes or knickknacks. And then you have your sink and mirrors, soap dispenser holders, and faucets. So this camera is an Easter egg to Father Brown's camera. Father Brown, his story is pretty interesting because he was like as a side job, he was like an amateur photographer. And so he'd go around all the time snapping photos of things, and especially of Titanic. So here's the thing. From his camera, the photos taken of Titanic are the only known photos pretty much in existence, except for one other person that has like maybe 2 or 3 photos of the Titanic. But his photos are the only actual photos of Titanic pretty much in existence, of when the ship was complete. Now obviously there were, other photos of the ship, but like during construction or showing areas that weren't on Olympic but are on Titanic, like the Parisian Cafe, for example. Since the Olympic didn't have the Parisian Cafe, and Titanic did, because they didn't want to go around taking photos of the same thing. But anyway, back to Father Brown. He has a bit of a interesting little story, and it's actually fairly ironic that it didn't work out for him. But he was only on for the one night from April 10th to the 11th, and he ended up becoming friends with this couple, and they told him, hey, we'll pay for your first class ticket for the rest of the voyage, and you can come with us and tour like America with us before we head back home. So he was excited about that. But what ended up happening was he ended up going to the wireless room, not the wireless room, but the inquiry office, and sent a telegram. Well, I guess because he is a father in training. Now, you have to remember that he wasn't technically a father at this point in time when he was on Titanic. He was just a father in training. So, I guess the bishop sent another telegram back saying, no, you are not allowed to do that. Get off the ship at Queenstown, which today is now known as Cove. So, unfortunately, he had to break the bad news, but that's how he survived, and that's how his photos have survived. So, here we go. Get a nice little glimpse of the A-deck promenade. These nice, beautiful stained glass windows to the first class smoking room. For some reason, they look like they're moving. I don't know why.
What a fine accommodation for the unwinding of the gentlemanly sort after a long day at sea. If only it were open now, and there were men in there to socialize with, perhaps then I'd make some friends.
Let's see. Get a little further in. Just a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Now this side is a little bit brighter because the sun is on that side. So you can kind of see a little better. And man, this was like a really, really tall room. Like, I never realized it before. But this is a very tall room. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll be able to explore it in the mega demo. Alright, coming around. I'm not sure, but maybe there's supposed to be a clock here, but I'm not sure. This one looks really nicer than some of the others. Wow. That's incredible. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Yep. Nice. Very nice, very nice. So as we can see again out these windows, onto the A-deck promenade, and you can see the deck chairs that you could rent out from the inquiry office. I love how these windows though have these little handles so that you could swing this like probably little piece open, and yeah, if you like each window and you know the breeze comes in this way, you could get a nice breeze coming through like on a good day. So right here, this is the aft expansion joint.
I suppose this won't be open anytime soon. A shame. I would enjoy nothing more than a cup of tea and to sit with a book in the lounge and, well, lounge.
Well, unfortunately we can't see in there, but we'll be able to get to see it in depth in the mega demo. And I can't wait. So stay tuned for that, guys. Alright, so we're going to our last room to explore in the demo, and that's A36. Private bathroom.
I see Tommy Andrews is already on board. Why does this surprise me? His drawings are scattered about like toys in a nursery. Well, I shouldn't intrude here any longer.
Yep. You'll notice, like, on these blueprint plans, the way that it's rolled out, like, the whole thing's not rolled out, but just part of it. And I actually mentioned this in the desktop version of this demo, too. But, the way these plans are rolled out, like, they stop exactly almost to where the ship broke in half. So obviously over there's an Easter egg, or not an Easter egg, a picture of another team member, but I don't know who that is. And there's the final postcard, and of course you got other blueprint plans. Alright, so yeah, this is where the shipbuilder Thomas Andrews stayed in for the entire voyage, which is really nice. Well, alright guys, this is where I'm going to end the episode. I know it was a very, very long time in this video, but this is just marvelous, guys. Like, this is stunning. So this video is probably about running as long as my first video when I did the desktop version. So about like 3.5 hours maybe. It might be a little less after editing. We'll see. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. And guys, thank you for all the support and all the love you guys are showing me, all the comments. Guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this, stay tuned because the mega demo is coming out. And I'll be definitely either doing a live stream or recording it and uploading it to YouTube, whichever one I decide, I don't know, but stay tuned for that. Once again, thank you to the developers of THG and all the consultants and those who have worked to make this project possible. Without any of you guys, this project would not be possible at all. Thank you guys for your hard work, your efforts. This is just truly a one-of-a-kind amazing project. And I know, again, this demo's 4 years old, but and it'll look even better once the alpha's complete and it goes into the game and you can fully explore the ship in UE5, which stands for Unreal Engine 5, and it's going to even look more realistic. So, again, these are my final words. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the next video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.